To solve this data sufficiency question, we'll go ahead and consider each statement separately first and then together if needed. So before we do that, let's go ahead and define the following variables so we can go ahead and interpret the information from the question. Scrolling down a tad bit just to give us a little bit more space, let's define the following variables. Let's call W the number of rooms with an ocean view. Then let's call C the number of rooms with a courtyard view. This way we can use our variables to interpret the information given in the actual question. So we need to know whether we can determine the total cost of all rooms, which, using the information given in the question, we can rewrite as 150 times W, so the cost of the ocean room, plus 100 times C. And we need to know what this is equal to, or if we can determine an actual value for that statement. Now, if we know the value of W, we know the value of C, we can actually determine this. So either of those would be enough to say that we can answer the question. So let's go ahead and consider statement 1. We'll just scroll down a tad bit to give us some room. So for statement 1, it's given that the hotel has twice as many rooms with a courtyard view as with an ocean view. So that means that C is equal to 2W. Then the total cost of the rooms would look like 150 times W plus 100 times 2W. And combining these, we would have 350 W. Since we don't know the value of either W or C, the total cost can't be determined. This statement alone is not sufficient since we don't have enough information to go off of. So we can actually just say that this statement alone is not sufficient, and we can eliminate answer choice A and D. Now, since statement 1 alone is not sufficient, let's go ahead and check out statement 2. So scrolling down just to give us a little bit of room, statement 2. Statement 2, it's given that the total cost of the rooms with the ocean view is $3,000 more than the total cost of the rooms with a courtyard view. This gives us the equation 150W equals 3,000 plus 100 times C. Since we only have one equation but two unknowns, we can't solve for either W or C. So the total cost can't be determined since we can't find those variables. So we can rule this question as not sufficient. Now, it might be tempting to move all your variables to one side just to see if it lines up with the actual equation that we're looking for. We could subtract 100C from both sides, and it looks really similar to what we're looking for. We're looking for 150W plus 100C, and what that value would equal to. But this is minus 100C, so they actually wouldn't line up. So either way, to kind of reason out that this statement is not sufficient, we don't have enough information to determine what that total cost value would be. So we can actually rule out answer choice B since statement 2 alone is not sufficient. And our last resort would be to combine the statements. So considering statement 1 and 2 together. So let's go ahead and do that down here. Statement 1 and statement 2 together. Combining the statements, we have that C equals 2W, just to recap our info from the first one. So we could substitute this into the equation from statement 2, and we would end up with 150 W minus 100C equals 3,000. And substituting in 2W, we'll have 150W minus 100 times 2W equals 3,000. This is enough information to determine W. Since we have one equation and one unknown, we can actually solve for W. And if we find W, we would then be able to plug into this equation here and find C. And if we know C and W, we could then plug it into our total cost equation that we were looking for and find a value. So actually, statements 1 and 2 together are sufficient that we would be able to find that total cost value. We can eliminate answer choice C then, we can eliminate answer choice E because together they are sufficient. So that would mean our correct answer choice would be answer choice C.